The next derivative theory of Heck-Scholling's model is the Stolper-Samuelson theory. It explains the change of income or return to the factor, that is, return to the factor increases. If the price of the factor increases, intensive product increases and the return to the other factor will decrease. The derived demand is in Gerber's textbook. That is the definition. Is defined as the demand of a particular input rather than the output, because the derivative demand is derived indirectly from the demand for the output that the input is used to produce. That's why the derivative demand is the demand of a particular input, not directly of the output. That's why it's called derived. The free trade costs a labor-intensive product, such as, for example, the textile export price increases and the import price decreases. The convergence of the prices between the import and export will cause a demand change of labor factors, and it will lead to a wage or return to the capital, the income of labor increase. That is why the free trade brings forth the real income increment of abundant factor and the real income increment of the owner of scarce factor. The international trade improves the national welfare, but differently allocation in the national factor owners. The intensive factors owner gain, but the scarce factor owners loss. It's just a reallocation of redistribution of the wealth. This chart shows us this Stolper-Samuelson theory. As the y, the x is labor-intensive products. X is a labor-intensive product, and Y is capital-intensive petroleum. The isochron on this curve, the QY and the QX, denotes a different combination of input factor, yielding the same quantity of output X or Y, with the technology keeps constant. That is the QY and the QX. That's the isochron of products X or Y. While the AC curve is the unit cost. That is the isocost curve. It intercepts the isochron Q at F and E, at F and H, here and H. Unit labor return is OC 1 divided by the OC, this one. And capital return is 1 divided by OA. OA, this one. Because this is capital, this one is labor. For this part, the labor intensive one. And keep the Y price constant. The X price increases significantly by export, and the isochron becomes the QX. qx prime here. You see if the curve shifts to this part, the dB, the curve will shift to the qx prime. While the unit cost S cost become the BD that intercepts at E and G. The isocon of product A change to this part. That is caused by different combination on the reallocation after the trade. As OD return to the capital, return to the label, the intercept change, and the return to the label return is 1 over OD, and the capital return is 1 over OB. That's the quantity, and we want to find the price. And in this case, the 1 over OD is greater than the 1 over OC because the OC is greater than the OD. That is, the return to the labor increases after this shift from this one to this one. The return to labor increases. However, the return to capital decreases because the curve from this one shifts to this one. In addition, the CD divided by the CO is greater than the F1, the FI divided by FO. The change of labor return to the labor is greater than change of the product of X, a labor-intensive product. The factor price change reinforces the intra-industry factor substitution and the inter-industry factor flow. Therefore, the labor will get the full employment at the same time. And in the production of X and Y, the capital substitutes for the labor and the capital to labor ratio increases for both X and Y.